Welcome to Strong in the Broken Places. My name is Jeffrey Reuter, and this is episode number 26. I want to try something new here again, and what I want to try today, right now, is going back to back. I have a thought on my mind, what we just covered in 25, and before I lose the essence of that thought and try to recapture it tomorrow, which I had been doing, I want to do one more, just one more, and we're talking about our environment and being products of our environment, and the difference between having our environment impact us and us being able to impact our environment. And in order to be successful, in order to achieve, in order to become strong in your broken places, what we must do is we must impact our environment. We cannot become products of our environments, and we cannot let our environment impact us. It's got to be the other way around. And the difference between the two, being impacted or doing the impacting, comes down to being intentional. One, when we are being impacted, we're not being intentional. We're just letting whatever happens, happens. But if you want to be impactful, if you want to be the person doing the impacting, if you want to be the person getting strong in your broken places, what we have to do is we have to be intentional. People don't succeed on accident. People don't win those big games on accident. And very rarely do people become strong in their broken places on accident. So what we have to do is we have to become intentional. And essentially what that means is we have to have a plan. We have to write it out. I'm real big on writing stuff out. I was just about to start on my notes for episode 26. I said, let me continue with this vein here, and I know I can squeeze just a little bit more out of it. Actually, I can squeeze a lot more out of it. But the thing that we just want to do right now is we just want to keep things moving, because there's so much to talk about. We can talk about what we can, and if we need to revisit some stuff, we can always revisit stuff. But we want to be intentional. And what this boils down to, and this is what Viktor Frankl discovered. He discovered how important purpose is, having purpose in your life. And everyone was designed for something specific. So one thing, our goal is to figure out, what is that one thing that I was designed to do? And sometimes it takes a while to figure it out. But this is something that I know. If you pursue it, with everything you have, you will be led in the direction that you were created to be, that you were created to go. It's just gonna happen. It's gonna feel natural. You're gonna be working in your area of strength, and you're just gonna know it when it happens. And this is what happened for me in prison, is that 28 years in prison, my first 10 years, I was completely out of control. And then there was an awakening period. It wasn't some road to Damascus type incident where I was blinded by the light and all of a sudden, poof, I was cured. It just simply didn't happen like that. I had to do the work. It was a seed is planted in the ground. There's a germination process. There's weeds, and there's just all the stuff that goes along with it, went along with it, and it's still happening. I still have to weed my garden. I'm a garden, and there's weeds in my garden, and I have to weed my garden every single day, every single week, and I'll have to do that for the rest of my life. I know that. And that's all part of an addict in recovery. I have to continue to work that process, and I have to be intentional with it. So this helps me be intentional, is I know what I'm saying yes to. So here's the thing. What are you saying yes to? What is your yes? If you can figure out what your yes is, it'll help you so much more to say no when you need to say no. See, I know what my yes is, and because I know what my yes is, I can say no to all the other stuff, all the distractions, anything that's trying to make me be mediocre. I can say no to. We want that balance in life, to be sure, but we also want to know what our purpose is. We want to know what our yes is, because what we don't want to do anymore is to be a product of our environment. What we don't want to do anymore is to have our environment. And again, our environment are people, places, and things, including that which we regularly do. Because essentially what I regularly do is who I am and what I am. So what I don't want to do is I just don't want to be doing things just to be doing things without having a specific purpose for doing them. I want to be intentional in what I'm doing. So to be strong in your broken places, whatever healing you need in your life, figure that out, pinpoint that, let that be your yes, let that be your focal point, and then drive all your energies to that point. And we have to be intentional with it. That's the whole thing. We have to be intentional with it. So let's close with this. I made a little bit better time today. What are your 3 gratefuls? Figure out what your 3 gratefuls are, and I'll see you in number 27. Until then, be strong in your broken places. Bye.